What if I told you that tiny changes in your daily habits could completely reshape your life? This book shows exactly how. We all struggle with habits. We want to exercise, eat healthy, save money, yet somehow we fail. James Clear's Atomic Habits explains why small actions done consistently matter more than big leaps. Instead of forcing motivation, focus on making good habits obvious. If you want to drink more water, leave a bottle on your desk. If you want to read more, keep the book on your pillow. The environment shapes behavior more than willpower. Pair a habit you want with something you enjoy. Love watching Netflix? Only allow it after exercising. This makes habits not just tolerable, but tempting. Break habits into tiny steps. Want to meditate? Start 2 minutes. Want to journal? Write 1 sentence. Tiny actions remove excuses and create momentum. Track progress visually. A simple streak on a calendar creates satisfaction. Your brain loves to celebrate small wins. Consistency is the real power. You don't need massive change overnight. Start tiny. Start today. Atomic Habits show that your future self is built from the small, invisible choices you make right now. We all struggle with habits. We want to exercise, eat healthy, save money, yet somehow we fail.
Have you ever wondered why some people seem to transform their lives so effortlessly, while others keep trying, failing, restarting, and feeling stuck? James Clear's Atomic Habits begins with a powerful idea. Real change doesn't come from massive actions. It comes from tiny decisions repeated every day. An atomic habit is something small, so small you almost ignore it. But just like atoms build everything in the universe, these tiny habits build your identity, your future, and your life. The book teaches us that success is not about setting huge goals. It's about building systems. Because goals are about where you want to go, but systems are about how you live every day. You don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. Think about it. 2 people can have the same goal to be healthy, rich, confident, or disciplined. One succeeds, the other doesn't. The difference is never motivation, it's habits. Every action you take is a vote for the type of person you are becoming. When you read 1 page, you're voting for being a reader. When you go for a short walk, you're voting for being healthy. When you sit to work even for 5 minutes, you're voting for being disciplined. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to keep voting for the person you want to become. And this is where the magic begins. Most people try to change their results. Some try to change their process. But the real transformation happens when you change your identity. Instead of saying, "I want to lose weight," say, "I am someone who respects my body." Instead of, "I want to write a book," say, "I am a writer." Your habits should be a reflection of who you believe you are. Every small habit becomes a mirror. It whispers to your brain, "This is who you are." And your brain listens. The book explains that habits follow a simple loop. Cue, craving, response, reward. You see something, you feel a desire, you act, you feel satisfied. Understanding this loop gives you power. Because once you see how habits are formed, you can redesign your life, one tiny behavior at a time. But here's the secret most people miss. You don't need to change everything. You just need to make habits obvious, easy, attractive, and satisfying. We'll explore that in a moment. First, remember this. If you get just 1% better every day, in 1 year, you'll be 37 times better than you are today. And if you get 1% worse every day, you slowly disappear. Small habits don't feel powerful, but they compound. Just like money, just like interest, just like time. You are not broken. You are simply following the systems you were given. and systems can be rebuilt. Now that you understand how habits shape identity, James Clear gives us a simple, powerful framework to build better habits and break the bad ones. He calls it the 4 laws of behavior change. To build a good habit, make it obvious, attractive, easy, satisfying. And to break a bad habit, simply reverse them. Make it invisible, make it unattractive, make it difficult, make it unsatisfying. Let's start with the first law. 1. Make it obvious. Most of our habits happen unconsciously. We don't decide, we react. So the first step is awareness. Look at your day. What do you do without thinking? Check your phone? Snack? Procrastinate? Scroll. These behaviors are triggered by cues. To build a new habit, you must design your environment. Want to read more? Put a book on your pillow. Want to drink more water? Place a bottle on your desk. Want to exercise? Lay your workout clothes where you can see them. Your environment is the invisible hand that shapes your behavior. Don't rely on willpower. Design your world. 2. Make it attractive. We are wired to seek pleasure, so pair habits you need with things you enjoy. This is called temptation bundling. For example, only listen to your favorite podcast while walking. Only watch your favorite show while stretching. Only drink your favorite coffee while writing. Your brain begins to crave the habit because it leads to pleasure. Motivation becomes automatic. 3. Make it easy. This is where most people fail. They aim too high. They say, I'll work out 1 hour every day. I'll write 1,000 words. I'll wake up at 5 a.m. And then, life happens. The book teaches, reduce friction. Instead of 1 hour, do 2 minutes. Instead of reading 30 pages, read 1 page. Instead of meditating 20 minutes, sit for 1 breath. A habit must be so easy you feel silly skipping it, because the real goal is not the action. It's becoming the type of person who shows up. You are not building a habit, you are building trust with yourself. 4. Make it satisfying. We repeat what feels good, so give yourself a small reward. Track your habit, mark a calendar, check a box. Seeing progress is addictive. It tells your brain, this matters. And slowly, the habit becomes part of who you are. Not something you try, something you are. One of the most powerful ideas in this book is that change does not happen in a straight line. It looks like this: flat, 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 and then suddenly growth. This is called the plateau of latent potential. You're improving, but you can't see it yet. So you quit, not because it isn't working, but because results are delayed. Just like ice warming from -5 to 0 degrees, nothing seems to change, until suddenly, it melts. Your habits are doing the same thing. Every page you read, every walk you take, every small promise you keep, they are heating your life. You just haven't reached the melting point yet. So don't stop. The person you want to become is already forming inside your daily choices. You don't need motivation. You need systems. You don't need perfection. You need consistency. You don't need to change your whole life today. You just need to become 1% better than yesterday. Because tiny habits don't just change what you do, they change who you are. And once your identity changes, everything follows. If this resonated, stay with us. More books, more lessons, more quiet transformation, right here